What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor, and I am going to stop and rank every movie within the Alien franchise. But let me be clear, I am only including the theatrical cuts of each film. I know some people are including the special editions and director's cuts of the first four films, but I believe I've only seen the special edition and director's cut of Alien and Aliens, but I have not seen the special edition of Alien Resurrection, and I have not seen the quote unquote assembly cut of Alien 3, despite the fact that people are saying how much better it is than the theatrical cut. And also, unless you're Justice League, I'm not about to rank two different versions of the same movie. With all that being said, let's get started from worst to best. And coming in last place is Alien vs. Predator Requiem, which is, to me, not just the worst within the franchise, but is also one of the worst films ever made. To me, this movie was just terrible in every way possible. And the movie was poorly lit. You can hardly see anything that's happening in this movie. Now, it's one thing for a movie to be bad on a story level, but for a movie to be bad on a production level, to me, that is insulting. Now, some of you are probably thinking, independent movies don't look the best. Are you saying those movies are insulting? No, independent films have a reason because they're just working with what they got. But when someone is given six-figure paycheck to make a big budget movie, again, that is insulting. Number 8 is Alien Resurrection. I just did not like this movie at all. This is probably the worst of those first four core Alien. To me, this movie is a slap in the face to Ellen Ripley's sacrifice in Alien 3. Not even the writing talents of Joss Whedon could save this movie. Give the movie some credit for some solid alien action, but that final part of the movie with the half alien, half human hybrid, that is an idea that just doesn't work and is never going to work. And apparently it's something that we've clearly have not learned today. Oh, just wait till I get to Alien Romulus. At number 7 is Alien 3, which was directed by David Fincher, and there's a reason he disowns this movie. This movie is just too dark, too depressing. The alien special effects just does not hold up. Now, after watching this movie in prep for Alien Romulus, I do think there are some good ideas and themes to admire in this movie. I do think setting the movie in a prison was a good idea, especially with a bunch of inmates that are celibate. Overall, this movie is one of the first cases of studio interference ruining a movie. You know it's bad when a teaser trailer promises you something a year in advance before the movie even comes out, and then when the movie does come out, it gives you something completely different. At number 6 is Alien Covenant, which, like Alien 3, is another case of studio interference ruining a movie. Ridley Scott clearly wanted to continue what he started in Prometheus, but the studio came in and said, yeah, that's cool and all, but you better put a fucking alien in there. The movie tried to please a lot of people. It tried to please fans that actually like Prometheus, and it also tried to please the fans that want more alien action. And when the movie does get going, it does get going, and I do like all the alien action at the end. They do make up for it. I do like how they try to expand on all the ideas that were started within Prometheus. But in the end, this movie really just didn't do the franchise any favors. Bring up my top 5 is Prometheus, which is the most divisive within the franchise. Now, I'll admit, I wasn't too fond of this movie when it first came out, but upon multiple rewatches, I do appreciate it for what it was trying to do. I do think a lot of people don't appreciate what Ridley Scott was trying to do with the themes and ideas that he presented within this movie. But at the same time, it still takes place within the Alien films, and it just doesn't work as an Alien movie. It is a gorgeous movie, credit where credit is due, but most of the characters in this movie are dumb or make dumb decisions. Overall, these two prequel movies, Prometheus and Alien Covenant, is proof that you don't need to answer questions that nobody answered. I wish someone had told Ridley Scott that. At number 4 is Alien vs. Predator. Now, objectively speaking, this is not a good movie, and the PG-13 rating didn't do this movie any favors either. That being said, it's still a fun guilty pleasure that puts cinema's greatest alien creatures against each other. At number 3 is Alien Romulus, which is the newest entry within the Alien franchise. And spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen this movie yet, this movie gave me some slight hope, mainly because of Fede Alvarez. And to his credit, he manages to make an alien movie that stands on its own until we get to the third act, when he started adding in characters from other movies and lines and references from the other movies. One thing for you to make Easter eggs and references to good alien movies, but then you started making Easter eggs and references to bad alien movies. He tried to do a better version of the ending from Alien Resurrection with a half human, half alien hybrid. Once again, that is not a good idea, nor will it ever be a good idea. If I could sum up my overall thoughts on Alien Romulus days after seeing it in theaters, well, to quote director Krennic from Rogue One Star Wars story, "You were on the verge of greatness. You was this close." And now for the $1,000,000 question that everybody's probably wondering, which one do I like more, Alien or Aliens? Sorry to disappoint fans of the original Alien, but at number 2 is Alien from 1979. Now, just because I have Alien at number 2 does not mean I like this movie any less. Over the years since I've watched this movie for the first time, I've loved, admired, and respect this movie for so many things. I mean, what can I really say about this movie that hasn't been said? To me, this movie is a masterclass on sci-fi horror. Ridley Scott really put his foot in this one to make it a true classic. For me, Aliens is not just the best within the franchise, but is also within my top 5 favorite James Cameron films in which this movie is directed by. He really put his foot into this one by not only giving us more aliens, as it is in the title, also the way he progressed the character of Ellen Ripley by giving her PTSD over the events of the first film and the maternal relationship that she has with Newt. That final showdown that she has with the Xenomorph Queen, chef's kiss. Not to mention, that scene gave me one of my favorite uses of the B word ever put in cinema. Get away from her, you bitch! I really can't believe they tried to replicate that line in Alien Romulus. Hey, there's still one line from this movie that's still intact. Game over, man! Game over! I said, Aliens, to me, is the best within the franchise. Whichever one you like more, Alien or Aliens, either way, both of them are not bad choices. I said the original Alien is a masterclass in sci-fi horror, but to me, Aliens is a masterclass in sci-fi action. That is how I rank all the movies within the Alien franchise. Here's a little recap for you, courtesy of Letterboxd. Be sure to follow me on there at Lassiter Factor. Tell me, what do you think of this ranking? And let me know how you rank these movies from worst to best in the comment section below. Your boy Bankful B. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.